So one brand that's always there, no matter what phone you are rocking, UAG. For this phone, they have the Civilian, the Plyo, and the Plyo Pro. Starting with the Civilian, it solved the problem of having two separate cases by this PU leather retractable piece, which works perfect. It also solved the issue of the unprotected hinge on the outside, because right now it's at least covered for 80%. Now they do offer and recommend two strips of stickers inside the case for extra hold, which would only be needed for the front in my opinion, since there it could be annoying if you go without. On the backplate, it's mostly decreased the play it has when moving the cases from side to side, because I can hardly imagine that going without the stickers is going to be an issue for dropping. From my experience, it's mostly got to do with using it yourself, as you can notice it by moving it sometimes and holding. That should all be gone if you actually use the sticker strips though. One big flaw seems to be that it's not compatible with other screen protectors, as I currently have the TR Easy Fit on there from Spigen, and that gives issues with the corner, as you can see. Now, UAG also has their own screen protector, so it shouldn't be much of an issue if you really want a screen protector. But it's definitely something you should know beforehand. The UAG screen protector is much smaller, which is ideal when using it with their case. Now, I would have loved to see a little more edge towards the thumb fingerprint sensor, because it feels as if it's not really accessible the way it used to be. From my testing, it works just fine though. It's only feeling like it isn't. So for that extra bit of comfort, just make it a little bit more sloped towards the sensor and it's perfect. It's also due to the fact that it's not a complete cutout and it actually features buttons on there too, which is a huge plus in my book. Now, luckily they are very clicky as well, so nothing to complain there. The camera bump is completely flat and makes use of the thickness of the backplate to give the lenses their protection. Now, as far as overall comfort with this one goes, this case really feels like a slim case, which is awesome. Overall speaking, most edges are rounded off, but I did notice that on the open side it could be a little smoother. That's only on the backplate though, since the front part has the PU leather piece in front of it. Cutout at the bottom is excellent, blocky shape, so it will accommodate all types of cables too. Another thing that's excellent is the front bumper, and it gives a lot of screen protection as well. On the inside of the case, it has that felt inner to decrease micro scratches, which is always good to see. And I'd say all in all, this is an awesome choice, but maybe you like the next one better. So the Plyo Pro is called Pro because it has MagSafe, and a very strong MagSafe as well. This one makes use of a little more stickers though, since it's two pieces now, and definitely needs them too. I always love the feel of the Plyo. That plastic is just so grippy. And yes, it will get smudgy, but it's so easily cleaned, I don't really mind it. The fit is really good, it's easily slapped around the phone without hassle and removed just as easily. If you don't use the strips, that is. So if you remove it after a while, it could be a little challenge. And it's also not desirable for these sticker strips themselves, as they would probably wear out pretty quick. There's also no replacement sticker strips, which is something I would love to see. One note to that though, is that here the sticker strips are definitely better quality than with most, and maybe not as easily replaceable. Very big front bumper and screen protection, so wouldn't have to worry about that. But here it feels like a little too much, and it interferes with my ability to comfortably use the Fold 6 front screen, as swiping from side to side would be a little harder. Apparently there's actually something as too much protection on the front. I think they opted for this design choice because normally there's a slope towards the backplate when you lay it flat when folded out, but now there isn't any because it's all the same height, which also has its own advantages. Only very limited play with the normally loose parts here, so that's great to see. And the camera bump is once again flat, making use of the thickness of the backplate itself to protect the set of lenses here too. The hinge though is unprotected. On this one, they opted for a complete cutout of the sensor and the buttons, which also works just fine. And as far as the experience with the thumb sensor goes, maybe a little better even. They feature that same blocky USB-C cutout, which is very good. And here, it's completely free of sharp bitch and edges. So everything feels smooth and nice. I also love these smoked edges, which are part transparent, and makes the White Fold 6 look awesome. One thing this one didn't think about though, like many other cases sadly, is that the sticker strip goes over the SIM tray, which after a while will stick to it, making it very difficult to remove without damaging the SIM tray. There's ways still to do it, but it would have been much better if the manufacturers actually thought of that too. Then there's also the regular Plyo, which is the exact copy of the Pro, except for MagSafe and the smoked sides, as this case is completely transparent. Same material, same sticker strips, same everything really, just a different look. And it also looks awesome.